Hi everybody. Uh, Preaching other language is a lot more difficult than I thought. So I'm making the maybe third recording, but it's okay. It's worth it. So today we'll be talking about a history. It's a parable that I love, just love. I love it. I love it. It's very profound. It can change lives. Uh, I don't think I am able to get the whole meaning. I don't think I am able to get you to experience what they have to say, the full meaning of it, because it's very profound. I don't even know if I experience the whole meaning myself. I know that I understand something there, something, but I don't think I got the full thing that is hiding there. I think that the Holy Spirit, as people talk about, need to be involved here some way. I don't know how, but it need to be involved. And your heart just need to be open to listen to Jesus, not to me. I will be talking about what I understand of it, what are the values I got from it, what I saw on it, the beauty on this history. But you need to be open. Your heart needs to be open, so you can get the value, the true value that is in there. So let's start. The history is the parable of the lost son. And if you are wondering what's this, I actually hurt my eye fighting. I'm a professional fighter. No, just kidding. I'm not professional. Just like to fight. So today in the gym, I think no, it was 2 days ago, and it's healing. So no, this wasn't 2 days ago. Actually, the one here was 2 days ago. But so let's continue. Jesus continued. There was a man who had 2 sons. Focus on 2 sons. Why? Because in the first part of the history, here we will be talking about just 1 son. But on the end, you can see a beautiful contrast, man. Beautiful contrast that Jesus makes, so we can take a lot of value from this history. It says a lot about a lot of people, about a lot of roles, and it just speaks straight for our society, right? So there was a man who had 2 sons, and just another thing. When I listened to this story, it was clear for me that the father here, the man who had 2 sons, is a clear reference related to God in some way, because he's giving advice, he's teaching, he is taking the right decisions. He's just outside of the history, right? He's just giving the cards here. So the way he acts, we are getting the lessons from him. He's the father, he's the authority there. And yeah, it was very clear for me that thing. And the house where they are, like, if he is the father and we are like the sons, we relate to the sons. We are not in the history. It will be very hard to relate straight for the father, right? The father looks like something just above. It just have an above understanding of the things, something that you are looking forward to understand. And we are like the sons. So the house must be like being around God, being the presence of God, being serving God, being working for God, like something like that. That's how I see it. It can be right, it could be wrong. You need to judge it, but I will be just sharing my ideas here. That being said, let's continue. So there was a man who had two sons. The younger one said to his father, "Father, give me my share of the estate." So the father actually divided his property between the two sons. And here's the first thing. I don't know how it is in your family, man, but if I actually asked for my share uh, of the estate, man, this would be, there's no chance that would be the response. Like, man, take your share, go do your mistakes, go learn from your mistakes, grow, right? And just open like that. There's no way, man. Because why? Because my father is imperfect, man. He has his own insecurities and thing, and his fears. He just care a lot about us, so he would never. He just want things in control. He don't want to take risks, right? So this is why I think this is so impressive. Like the respect God is having, the Father is having here. The then this spoke, just this speaks so much, man. I see these mistakes over and over and over again. Like in my family, people just don't respect the other people's journey. They are always judging, always interfering, always trying to take control. Just this thing here speaks a lot about how he, as a father, respects his own son's journey. And we will come back to the son, because we are not talking about a good son and he will actually make mistakes. This is cool too, because he will make mistakes. I don't think God ever said you will not make mistakes. I don't allow you to make mistakes. I don't want you to make ever a mistake again. He's not saying that. So you can understand where I'm coming from, right? Sometimes our fathers are more like that. Like, don't do this mistake ever, or do something, right? So this history is so rich, man, so rich. So not long after that, the youngest son got together all he had, all his share of the estate, and set off for a distant country, and there was squandered his wealth in wild living. So the son is spending everything that he got from his father, like it was his own, with bullshit, right? So probably for some people they will relate with this. They will relate a lot more than I. Maybe, I don't know, if you are just wasting your life, maybe this is a position that's a reference for you. Wasting your life, man, using drugs, wasting your life with addictions, wasting your life gambling, wasting your life in projects that you don't believe, wasting your life doing anything that is bullshit. It's just bullshit. And you know that what you are using is not yours, man. Like, this life that was given to you for free, and there's a person that controls it, that have it. I don't know, man. Maybe you are in this position right here, where you are feeling just hurt, just where you are serving your addictions, your instincts, and buying marketing, buying ideas that are not yours, buying principles that are not yours. You're just serving those things, like you got in a position where people kind of sold things to you that you don't actually like, you don't actually believe, you don't care, like it's just bullshit, man. This is the impression I get from here. So the son probably spent the money on prostitutes, on drugs, alcohol, parties. This is it, right? Let's be honest. So sometimes we do that just to please people that we don't even care about, right? Maybe we're in this position. All those positions could be related to you if you are making those types of mistakes, right? Any type of mistake, to be honest. If you are, how they say in English, pecador, sinner. If you are a sinner, and probably everybody is a sinner, right? You can relate to this in some way. So after he had spent everything, there was a severe famine in that whole country, and he began to be in need. In English, what famine means? Famine is what? Oh, there was a severe famine in that whole country. So this is a little bit different from the one I read. Very cool too. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country, who sent him to his fields to feed pigs, right? So this there's something profound here. I can feel it, but I cannot touch it yet. But I feel like there's something. Maybe other people could talk a little bit more about that profound meaning, right? You can sniff the profound meaning that is in here. And he began to be in need, so he went and hired. Anyways, the problems started, and he was already eating with pigs. So he longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. Longed? What longed means? Oh, I understand. So he's going down, man. He's going low. I think everybody can relate to that too. Like when you are in need, when you are making mistakes, you go low, man. You go bad. You go down that hole. And for some people, that's a very sad story. Like they lost everything: family, friends, money, security, everything, man. Some people just lose everything, man. That's very sad too. Some of our brothers, you can see that some of our brothers do go down with those addictions, with those bad habits, with those drugs, with those sex problems, violence, hate. Man, can go down so many ways, man. So this is why I think this is so rich. And there will be a turnaround here where the person is going down, and he will start. He was here, right? So he started. I think, man, he started here. If I would say how he's going, so he actually did a move, right? So he followed the truth. I think that he did a little bit of a move, because if he wasn't feeling happy here, where he was with the father, I don't have any problems with that. Any problems. So he do a move. He's going a little bit up. So the decisions that he take alone make him go down. So he was there. Wait a minute. He was a little bit up, go down. It's going down. So the next thing that he will do, I think will make him go a little bit higher. And then he's going even higher. That's the whole point here that will show you too. When he came to his sense, he said, how many of my father's hired servants have food to spare, and here I am starving to death? I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I'm no longer worth to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. So he got up and went to his father. So here in this part here, he just got all the check marks. Right. Man, you're so great, man. A great man. He's being honest. He's being humble. He's going after repent. He's not going back to be a son anymore. He just transcended that. He's going back to be a servant. He prefers to be a servant around his father than to be anything anywhere else. Okay, maybe if he had succeed, maybe he wouldn't go back, but I never thought about that before. He would be a shitty son if that happened. And I will make a point here. The whole country was starving. Like, there's no way you are going to make success. Like, there was no one going there making without the idea of the father that was making success, right? I think you can understand that. So I think that this is the point here, and I don't think you will agree with me, but I will say anyways. He's now better than he was before. He is now better than when he was in his father's house, and he didn't like his father, didn't appreciate the company, didn't know shit. He was a shitty son. He was bullshit. He was loser. I say that off. You can agree with me, you can disagree. This is the whole point for me. He was a shitty son. And there's something on self-help, self-development that is like a principle. You don't miss air when you have air, but when you start to suffocate, you will feel how it is to have air, right? You don't value things that you just have for guaranteed. You don't value sometimes the presence of your fathers because you have them all the time. But man, when they die, everybody knows that when they die, you will feel it. You will actually feel it, man. And sometimes you just cannot value it. You just don't have appreciation for it because you don't know how it is without it. Sometimes you just is around God and you just don't value the things that He can give to you. You just don't care because you have it for guaranteed, right? You don't know how it is without it. This history here talks a lot, man. Talks a lot. For me, it's the best history about repent, coming back to God, the value that those people actually have, people who passed a lot of trauma, suffering. They actually have a value in there, a cool value, a specific value they can give, because they know the actual value of being in peace. Like, may the peace of Jesus be with you. They actually know what that means when you are in anxious, in fear, in pain. Like, when you have those things, may the peace of Jesus be with you. It's just like everything, right? When you have peace all the time, may the peace of Jesus be with you. Just doesn't make sense. It does. What that means? The problem is, sometimes people walk away from the peace because they try to go up. They try to go to they try to win. So they don't want peace because they want pleasure. I don't know, anything. Could be pleasure, could be drugs. They want those things. But those things, when you go just for the pleasure, they always lead you to pain, suffering, you know? So there's a balance here, like cocaine. When you go to cocaine, you got up, so you are high, but when the effect passes, you go down, so you get depressed, you get bad vibes, you need more, and you get here, then you go there. You are never like in peace. When you are here, you don't want peace. When you are here, you just want peace. When you are, anyways, those people, they can get a lot of value from this story just by itself. Like, this is crazy how much power shit got. I got how this about it's crazy how much power this story, healing power, just this story have, right? So let's continue, because at the end this will be very clear. This will be show up to you. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. Like, this is about forgiveness, right? Forgiveness, the whole thing about forgiveness, whole thing about actually caring about the things that matter, right? This here is very powerful too. We need to understand it. So imagine having a father like that, going to something that you actually think you wanted, think it was better, experience the low. Let's be honest. Here, this is the perfect. Once you understand it, you understand that everything is down here. Everything is like a lie that just doesn't make sense. Everything is here, but the way they make it feel is like, this is the peace, and you can go up, right? This is the thing. Then the son said to him, the father, "Father, I have sinned against you. Anyways, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I'm no longer worth to be called your son." So this son went for a so profound transformation that he is now, man, I just like this idea of the transformation so much. The transformation that we are seeing in this history here, like how better he is now than when in the beginning he was asking for the money, like he was demanding, like, give me my share. Now he is more like a servant. It feels like he understands things now, right? But the father said to his servants, "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." So they began to celebrate. This is, as I said, a reference for God. Probably a reference for God, right? And Jesus feels like God. When I started to believe again, so that was actually how I felt. This was this was my contact, and the way I experienced it actually felt like that. Actually felt like I was actually experiencing something exactly like that, with Father being a reference for God itself, right? Uh, Actually, it was a very beautiful moment, man. When you are a kid, you are more, you think you understand things, you think you know things, and yeah, I think everybody needs to go through a process to understand things better, right? And it was cool because it felt like I was meeting and knowing, like I was being actually presented to God from our experience, not seeing it, not talking to it, like some people say, but through experience, right? It was a very powerful moment on my life. And I'm here to just to share exactly it. So they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, and I want to go to the other part of the history right now. Meanwhile, the oldest son was in the field, like I said in the beginning. Contrast. When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of the servants and asked him what was going on. "So your brother has come," he replied, "and your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound." And the older brother became uh, angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded him with. But he answered his father. What's pleaded mean? Pleaded. Let me see. I pleaded like begging. Okay. So he pleaded with him. But he answered his father, "Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders. Yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours, who has squandered your property with prostitutes, comes home, you kill the fattened calf for him." Like the whole idea here, the person who is there, who is experiencing it, but just don't see it, right? He obeys by, I don't know, obeys needs. Maybe he just obeys because of obeying, but he just doesn't understand. Like everything everything that's taught there is all about love, forgiveness, loving your brother, And just this whole thing here talks a lot about it. It's like he wanted the other one to be punished. He wanted to be valued more. He just, man, what I actually listen from this is like, I'm here because I want to get something out from here. I'm doing this because I want that. I would do this if you give me that. How many people do this in their relationship with God? Like, I will do this just if you give me that. I will do A if you give me B. I will do something if you cure, if you heal someone. I will do this if you give me money, if you make my family uh, make money, if we are healthy, we have properties, if we are intelligent. People just want things, right? They, oh man, I said to you, I cannot tell you, man. Your heart needs to be open, and the Holy Spirit needs to work on you, because whatever I say, I think that I just cannot. That's the whole thing here. I think the whole thing is already here. This is the problem, right? I just want to talk about it. And then the father says, "My son," the father said, "you are always with me, and everything that I have is yours." But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this brothers of yours was dead and is alive. Again, he was lost and it is found. Like he's explaining the obvious. Man, we have to celebrate. You didn't have a brother anymore, and now you have a brother. What else could you want? Like, if you won't celebrate that, what else will you celebrate? The whole point, like he say, like something like that. He's saying like, we love him, and he came back. We have to celebrate it. He came back is not like here in this history. I see coming back, not like physically coming back, right? In some families, I don't want you to make this misinterpretation. In some families, you see people going out and in and out all the time, right? So they come in, come out as convenience, as it is good for them. Sometimes, let's say, people are using drugs, they don't have any money, and they want to eat, so they go back to the house of their families, and whenever they want to use drugs again, they go out, and then they come back, then go out, then come back. This is not the thing I'm talking about here. I'm talking more about a person that went through a process of changing and actually changed. Now it is back, and people just are judging, are asking, are comparing themselves, like, right? So I hope this helped you. I want to listen your opinions on this one, because this is a very strong text. It's a very strong history, and I want to learn with you too. Learn with the comments that you have here, and I will be reading it. So comment on the section below, and let's talk about it. On the next video, maybe I'll do a little review if there is any comment. I don't think it will have, but if it had, it will be pretty cool. And in the next one, I will be talking about false prophets. False prophets are a good relationship here, because they have something with this other son. I will, why not? I will talk it. So, yeah. Maybe they don't have nothing to do at all. But maybe they have. We will see on the next video. Bye bye. See you. May the peace of Jesus be with you. Bye.